What's up?
No, just say it, man. Yeah, guess what?
He wasn't recording.
Nah. It was on preview mode, yo.
Yeah.
Even your intro was official, yo.
I do it again. You already know.
I don't want to do mine again. I feel dumb. I feel like an idiot. Nah, but let's get to this, yo. It's your boy 3MG, represent 3MG Nation. I kind of messed up, but we here with the show Gamertag. Yeah. I'm here with my boy
Vegeta XYZ, my says, repping that 3MG Nation. You already know what it do. What's up, people? Gamertag. Hey, Illuminati.
Yo, talk about Illuminati. We're gonna touch base on that Tila Tequila thing and some other shit. I think you just told me B.O.B. just said the Earth is. Man, I'm mad, bruh. What he said, man?
B.O.B. said the Earth is flat, and then he tried to justify it. He was like, "All right, y'all. So these city buildings are 16 miles apart. Where's the curve at?" I'm like, boy.
I know he was probably smoking, man. I can't believe this right now.
Yeah. Now that's, you know what? If you think the Earth is flat in 2016, you should just go grab a cold fish from the supermarket. Don't even let it defrost and just slap you in the back of the neck. Just slap yourself.
Shit, I was hoping, you hit the front of your neck, lose breath and die. Because why would you? Oh man, I'm not even good with science, and I wouldn't even say that ever. Please.
No, that's just foolish, especially with like clips and video of the Earth. This is crazy. I'm like, we have proof. That's like, you know what that's like? That's like, okay, so you got a girl, and you guys been dating for a while, and she's like. And you're like, what you do last Saturday, right? Little does she know, you have everything recorded on your phone of what she did last Saturday. And you're like, so baby, what you do last Saturday? And she's like, oh, I was just at home. I wasn't feeling too good. Yet she was out with Ben, who Ben works, she works with Ben, and she was out with Ben, and she was all up on Ben. It's like the same scenario. Like, I got proof. How you going to tell me that the Earth is flat? I'm not even going to talk about I'm not even gonna finish your last letter, son.
Yo.
iPhone 7, right? Rumors, iPhone 7.
Let's get to that.
They are getting rid of the headphone jack to do more things with the iPhone, and instead there'll be an adapter to the lightning port, to where you'll listen to your headphones through your lightning port. If you guys remember years ago, they got rid of the big chargers, I forget what they're called, for the lightning port, to do more things built within the phone. So what do you think about that, man? About them getting rid of that headphone jack and putting everybody, with their wired headsets in risk?
Well, from what we were saying before, because I kind of messed up, but what I was saying before is I was originally thinking, initially I was like, all right, that's an idiotic kind of, like, that's a dumb idea, right? Yeah. But then I think about it, it can actually benefit Apple. And I honestly would rather wireless. Like everything wired right now seems a bit cluttered to me, Yeah. I think it can benefit Apple. And honestly, if they're taking it out for a good reason, like maybe to add more to the phone internally to help, enhance the phone actually, I don't mind. But we do know if Apple does that, and if people still want to use like wired headphones or whatnot to output audio, I know they'll probably use the lightning the charger port of the iPhone, and probably come out with an adapter. Reason being, Apple, they love to do or create new things in technology, and then they'll build upon that to help benefit themselves. So they'll do, like, for example, what you mentioned before was that the way Apple works, they'll make something or develop something and make sure that it works across all their, items or all their devices. Like I can actually use my iPhone and send stuff to my Mac, my iMac, to my iPad. Like everything is relatable. Everything is connected. So I think if they do that, they'll definitely create something like a dongle or maybe an adapter so that you can use headphones then. But it'll definitely come from Apple. It'll probably only work with an Apple brand adapter.
Right.
And it probably gonna cost like $70 because Apple.
Oh, yeah. Another thing about Apple is they build things for their own ecosystem to where everything interchangeable, everything works perfectly. By them doing that, they're gonna cause a ruckus, and every other phone company, Samsung, HTC, Sony, LG, they're all going to have to follow suit, because anytime Apple does something that drastic, everyone copies and follows suit. That's why they had that big settlement in court with Samsung years ago, because Samsung was infringing on their patents. It's gonna be crazy if they definitely, and you know, my thing is, if they're gonna get rid of something to add something to the phone, I'm all for it, because eventually we're going to move to a wireless world anyway, where you have wireless everything, right? You're no
Yeah.
longer going to even have to like plug your phone. How many times have you plugged your phone in and like you dropped it or something happened where like now your charger port is loose and you have to like fucking hold your phone a certain way?
Oh Lord. Oh my God, that happened to me actually with Samsung phones. Man, that shit pisses me off. The way they're you know the USB port. Oh man, that happened to me so many times, man. And then you gotta stress trying to save battery life because you know you gotta mess with it.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't deal with that, bro.
Oh, absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so by them getting rid of the headphone jack and maybe allowing a better camera or more security or more power, more RAM, more a better processor, whatever it is, it's only going to benefit the user in the end, because what that does is that it motivates, what is the word I'm looking for? The ability to create and invent. It
Yeah.
allows, you know, other companies to flourish or to come up out of nowhere and be like, hey, this is missing from the marketplace. We can do this. We can develop this. But other companies are definitely going to follow suit if they do that. You just don't have a choice. They have such a large fan base, to where if they do something and 30 million people instantly are like, yo, iPhone 7, boom. Okay, we just bought all of these adapters for our headphones. Apple just made another $50 million just from little adapters, because you know they're going to charge them for like 40, $50. They're
Yep.
not going to be little adapters
Mad
until China.
expensive, yo.
Oh
China
yeah.
makes one and shit. You know, and
Oh
they
yeah.
sent and they start, duplicating that, and then they got all these other brands. But no, like, and that's the thing too, because I feel like Samsung has caught up to iPhone and Apple as a whole.
Yeah.
I don't think they're running the market with laptops and stuff like Apple is. Apple, for being so expensive, they're still up there in the market. You know, everything as far as their display, how smooth their operating system is, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I remember shitting on them because of their cameras, and I was like, oh, they don't run at 60 frames and the megapixels is low. And I think we was talking about it just before that. It
Yeah.
doesn't even matter, because if, say, Samsung, LG, and Apple had the same megapixels, is really about, I guess you said, the CPU of the
Yeah,
phone.
yeah. So this is the thing that people get mixed up, right? With megapixels, it's like if each phone has 10 megapixels, what that is that that's the amount of data captured when you take that photo. So like if you take a picture of a tree, right? You're from your porch and you take a picture of the tree and you zoom in, that tree is gonna still be crispy, right? If you have like 50 megapixels, the further you are, you take it, you can zoom in and it's still gonna capture quality. But if each phone has the same amount of megapixels, it's it's which operating system or which OS in that camera and does more, like which camera allows more light in, which
Has better,
focuses.
basically better features and technology to
Absolutely.
work with the camera to capture more light and to
Absolutely.
take. I said it was the ISO before, but I think no, it's not really that. It's more like whatever's built in or compatible with the phone's camera. Can it really bring in more light to capture more data on the phone
Well,
with the camera itself?
that's why if you ever notice, iPhone cameras always look amazing.
I
Like
know,
you're
even when I complain, bro, they still look better than the Samsung camera photos.
Oh, even my wife has the 6S, and I have the LG G4, and her photos look better than my photos, and not necessarily that, like for instance, that they're crispier, because my photos are pretty damn crispy. But the colors, like everything, like when you just look at it, you're just like, damn, that's a nice ass photo.
They take better stills too. I was testing it out with my Samsung my Note 5 right
Yeah,
before I got rid of it. And I took some pictures, and then I'm like, all right, once I got the 6S Plus, took some pictures. I'm just like, the still quality is ridiculous. At
yeah,
night, they got this feature built into it where it, I guess, once it reads that it's like a dark surface or a dark area, it tries to capture as much light as it can, and then you
right.
get like a smooth quality picture. Whereas um with my Note 5, I noticed even at night, and this was like the first day I got the phone, even at night, it captured like a grainy looking image. And that bothered
Right.
me because I'm like, oh my God, like by now, like these phones have all these features. They should have this feature where it tries to capture more light. But I think if iPhone is taking away, and this is going back to the iPhone, the Apple Jack, the
headphone jack.
I said Apple Jacks.
Where my milk at? Where my milk at, bro?
Yo, but if they take that out, I think they will benefit from it, add more to it. I don't see too many people complaining, and the reason being is that I think they're very consistent with just moving up. You know, maybe their build quality could be better. iPhone, because although the phones look amazing, they're just getting more easier and easier to break. You know, and that's what a lot of phones. What were we gonna say?
No, I think that back to the camera really quick before I go on. The quality really lies within the lens and the operating system, for the quality of pictures. But back to what you were saying when they were getting rid of the headphone jack. My prediction as to why they're getting rid of the headphone jack is they're gonna but they're gonna make it better, right? Which is, and it's gonna do two things. From a design standpoint, it's gonna make the phone more fluid, and people are just gonna be like, "Oh, that's so beautiful! I love that iPhone." Second thing is they're gonna make the battery bigger. You were complaining about battery life being shitty. If it's that much, and they can make the battery that much bigger, so instead of like a 3,500 milliamp, they now make it a 3,900 milliamp, and they give you that extra 2 hours. That's great. And for people out there that charge their phones overnight, you probably have shitty battery life.
Because you're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to. The moment it's 100%, unplug that shit.
Once you keep it past 100%, what you're doing is you're burning out your battery, and actually you're gonna overheat the motherboard within the phone. Because I noticed especially when you're using your phone while it's charging. When you use your phone while it's charging, that's one of the worst things you can do too, because you're now overheating your motherboard, and then that messes with the battery life. Then you wind up seeing that a week later your phone dies faster than the original thing. Like that's the only downfall with just all these phones in general, that you pay hundreds of dollars and stuff like that, and then you get just the worst battery quality over time. But we do that to ourselves. We have notifications on while we charging our phones. Like, it's our phones being constantly used 24/7.
Oh, absolutely. And another thing, I don't know if I touched bases on this, but the other rumor is that they're moving away from Wi-Fi to Li-Fi.
Oh, yeah, touch base on that.
Yeah, so Wi-Fi is like a waveform, and it's capped out at a certain speed. Li-Fi, I forget what it is. It's like a light, something with light, and it's supposed to be 100 times faster than Wi-Fi. So it's supposed to allow up to but what they were saying is like a gigabyte per second.
God damn.
Which is phenomenal. Like a gig per second. That's like,
it's like Google Fiber, isn't it?
Yeah, that's dude. If a fucking gig.
Bro, I got 100 megabytes per second internet. Imagine 1 gig if they can land that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not saying that's gonna be a for sure thing that it's gonna run like that on each device, or maybe where you're located at. Because honestly, if you have Verizon or AT&T, it may work to your advantage. Some other devices or other companies, it may not work.
Right.
But my thing is, imagine paying for data on your phone, and this shit's gonna be running hella speeds like that. Your bill's gonna be ridiculous. But I think that Li-Fi thing is just more of a gimmick or promotion of speed of light, basically, and they want to really promote the speed of their phone and what is it, the internet you said?
Yeah, it's just to allow more data. I think what they're doing is they're preparing. So I think when they release Li-Fi, it's the same thing as, like, you remember when 3G was the big thing, when everyone was on 2G network?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I think it's the same thing. They're like, okay, we're coming out with Li-Fi, but it's still in its infancy beta stage. So I don't think it's going to make really an impact, because you can have something that has all the capabilities, but if the other technology on the other end is not there, then it doesn't do anything. But I'm pretty sure if they're releasing it, then they're preparing for that technology to hit the market soon. Oh, yeah. Another thing, man, we can go. I think we talked a lot about the iPhone 7. So what are your thoughts on, for all my MMA fans, what are your thoughts on the Conor McGregor versus Rafael dos Anjos fight that's coming up in March? A little bit about it. Conor McGregor just beat Jose Aldo, knocked him out in 13 seconds. Not only did he knock the boy out, he predicted it. He said, I'm a faint. Jose Aldo's going to overextend, and I'm going to catch him with that left hook. What happened? He caught him with that left hook. Jose Aldo said, night-night. Right?
Damn, son.
Yeah,
son.
Damn, so where'd you get that from? So now he's going up in weight to fight Rafael dos Anjos, who's a monster who just destroyed Cowboy Cerrone, who prior to that beat Anthony Pettis. Who you got winning that fight, man?
At first I wasn't a fan of McGregor. I think it's the fact I know, and it's funny because if you say you're a fan of McGregor but not a fan of Mayweather, it doesn't make sense because they're both almost in the same bracket of cockiness, right?
Yeah.
You know, McGregor I think is a little bit worse only because he tells you straight up about how he feels about his money. He flaunts it like it's nothing. But then on the other end, he don't give a shit what goes. He came from nothing. He came from nothing. He says he even said it himself that if he goes broke, he goes broke. He doesn't even care. Like, he loves fighting. This is what he does, and he uses the money because he doesn't give a shit about the money. And that's why I believe he's humble in the octagon. And I think he really stands for who he is and stands up for who he is. I see him going in this because he just doesn't care. Like, I mean, so a lot of people say they don't care, whatever. But I feel like he's so cocky. It's more of a, what is it, like, it's motivation, and it's more of like a goal he's trying to reach. Like, he's really trying to be like, all right, I got to do this. Like, this is something I'm going to do. So, yeah, I'm going to actually knock him out the second round. Like, if he's planning on it, then I believe, like, damn, is it being cocky, or is it him, like, setting his own standard? Like, I see him moving on, but the other, his opponent is another beast.
Oh, yeah, he's a beast. So my thing about Conor McGregor, right, is I don't think you could ever be too confident, right? Someone that says, oh, you're cocky because you're confident, really, they lack confidence in themselves. That's why someone else comes off as being cocky. If I say, yo, I'm going to go jump 100 times and then I'm going to hit 1,000 push-ups and I go and do it, is that cockiness or is that confidence? If we're on the basketball court and I say, yo, I'm about to cross you up and you can't stop me, and I cross you up and drain that three and you can't stop me, is that cocky or is that confidence? Right?
You're right.
So,
you're right.
So I think that there's the line is up to that person. And I think the individual, the great thing about MMA, which I believe is the greatest sport on the planet, has been around for the longest, but MMA, UFC has been around for about 24, 25 years. That it's the UFC has become popular. Before that, there was Pride and all these other things. And you had the separation of things like Taekwondo, Karate, Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, and then now you have mixed martial arts. So the thing about Conor McGregor is, the reason why I can't bet against Conor McGregor, there's a few reasons. Because up to this point, he works hard, he's skilled. That's a given. Everyone that's in the UFC, that's in the upper echelon of fighters, they all are skilled. That's a given. But what he has, beyond a doubt, is everyone out there, have you guys watched The Secret?
Mm-hmm. Well,
he takes that to that next level. He says what he means what he says, he visualizes it, and he believes it. When you believe in something, nobody can stop you from doing that. And it's not like a false belief, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, but in your mind you're like, oh yo, I don't know. He believes it and he's gonna do it. And up until this point, everything he said he was going to do, he's done. Like, he's blatantly done, and that's why people love him for it. He has all of Ireland behind him. He also, before he came into the UFC, he was in Cage Warriors, and he was a 2 weight class division champion simultaneously. So he said it. He's always wanted to replicate that. He's the only guy that sat there at that big press conference with like 30 other fighters and said, fuck everybody. You know, in mixed martial arts, they're always about respect your opponent, this and that. And then you got someone like Conor McGregor who talks shit, does not respect you, because the moment he said it himself, I'm not here to be friends. I'm not here. There is no friends. It's a one-man sport. It's not like basketball or football where you can depend on a teammate. If you have an off day, you're going to go night-night. That's it. So he came into the sport like, you know what? Fuck everybody. I'm going to do this. You can hate me. This is what he said. You can hate me. Everyone can hate me as long as Benjamin Franklin loves me. So well, the thing is what people tend to forget is your mental strength, your brain, that your self-belief is the strongest muscle, strongest energy, strongest anything that you have control over. You know, if you take someone like yourself, when you first started YouTube, right? You had a love for what you were doing. You had this belief that you can do it. And now you're 20,000 strong, going on 1 million, and nobody can stop you because you put the effort in yourself. No, if someone's like, yo, you whack, son, take this L. It's like, okay, who are you? I'm going to make another video tomorrow, whether you watch it or not, deuces. And you're going to gain people that love you or hate you, because no matter how
Period.
great you are, there's always somebody that wants to watch you fall because they're not doing great themselves.
That's it. Even if I'm wrong about something, or if he's wrong about, or anybody's wrong about something, then I can understand the disagreement in it and not agreeing to that. But when someone goes out their way and tries to really maybe down talk, or maybe like shit talk what you're doing, your humbleness, or everything you really stand for, it's really that you're not doing as good,
Right.
and you're upset that I'm in a better place. Not me specifically, but the person is in a better place than you, and
Right.
you're trying to figure out, why haven't I been there? Like, why am I not there? And it's just like different minds, man. There's so many different minds, and you come from different places. Like, look at Mike Tyson, another one. And believe it or not, people think just because he hit hard and everything, I don't even think he knew his own strength, because
Right.
of where he came from and who brought him in, who became his coach. Mentally, Mike Tyson was a beast.
Yeah.
And because he was a beast, he knocked people the hell out. Same thing with McGregor, because he's mentally strong. His strength, your mind is more stronger. You can have all the power you want. If your mental state isn't up there, you'll get knocked the hell out. You'll get knocked the hell out. So I could be weak. My power, my strength would be weak. But if my mental strength is up there, I'll probably last longer. I'll probably have better skills, or more skills, and more focus. Because it ain't easy, man, to be a fighter. Period. Boxing, jiu-jitsu, MMA is not easy, man. I've tried boxing, and my mental state was so off.
Yo, I went to a boxing gym once, in Pasadena, 30 seconds, I was hitting it back. I was like, oh, God. That's why I always say to anybody, everybody watching this, everybody in 3MG Nation, everybody around the world, it's never let anybody stop you from striving for greatness. When they say there's greatness in all of us, there absolutely is. You just have to believe it. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what? I'm incredible. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm incredible. I'm going to strive for greatness. I'm going to strive today to be the best that I possibly can be, and do the best that I can do in everything that I do. I'm going to take that extra 5 seconds to do that better. I'm going to be great. Why? Because I'm great, right? Everything starts with your mindset, with what you say, and then the actions you put behind it. I have this thing that I live by called DCA. Decide, commit, apply equals success.
Damn.
Fuck with it. And I do that in everything. And a little bit about me, for you guys who don't know me, obviously this is probably the first time you guys seen me.
Yeah, let them know a little bit about you, man.
I grew up poor in Hawaii, family on welfare, parents split. I was in Georgia, graduated high school, and I went to this big thing, and I got like this acting school scholarship. So my mother would work 12 hours a day. On Saturday morning, she would drive me, because at this time my license got suspended for street racing. So she would drive me. Yeah, she would drive me and wait. What, I'm Asian, what, so I'm a street racer? Nah. So she would drive me, 2 hours to go to this thing, wait 6 hours till I finished and came back. I went to Vegas, did this convention, got an agent, and I'm going to break it down a little bit to you guys. So I said, you know what, Ma? 2 weeks later, I'm going to go move to California. I didn't know anybody, didn't have any money, nothing. Packed my one bag, caught an airplane to California.
How old were you at this time?
18.
Damn.
And ever since then, for people that have Macs or Apple products, if you go into your iMovie right now, into those demo videos, I'm in your iMovie.
I'm in your DMs.
I'm in your DMs, son. I've done Verizon shoots, McDonald's shoots. I've done films, national commercials. I've done a lot of things in Hollywood, and I'm not big or anything like that. I'm just like all of you. But back to that DCA, you decide, commit, apply, you succeed. That is very true. It's you think about like when you were a kid and you really wanted that toy. Mom, come on, I'll clean my room, I'll do the yard. You put that energy to get it, and a lot of times you got it. That's my motivational segment.
No. But that was definitely dope right there, because people need to know where you come from, because I don't want people assuming, like everybody comes from good. Like, we ain't no Donald Trump. I know you heard when Donald Trump said, when I was living, in Brooklyn, my father
gave me $1 million.
He gave me a small check of $1 million to set me. A small check, really? Hey, man, you don't know nothing about the struggle, man. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
hey, that's your insert. You know what insert I'm talking about. That's your insert point.
Damn, son. Nah,
Yeah.
but it's some bullshit.
Yeah, man, nah, it's just, sometimes you don't like for me, I didn't have someone to look up to be like, oh yeah, my cousin John did it. I'm just gonna follow my cousin John. You just do it. I just do stuff and it leads somewhere. You just have to take that action. You can think of the perfect plan, but if you don't apply the action, you don't know if that perfect plan works or not. And there's no point on waiting for the perfect plan because there is no perfect plan. Something always happens. But you know what else too, man? You know what people tend to do, and we learn this from when we're kids, right?
Yeah.
Is we make excuses for why our life is not a certain way, and we point the finger and say, oh, it's because of this or because of that. But the truth of the matter is this: it doesn't matter your skin color, it doesn't matter your race or your religion, it doesn't matter what circumstance you were born into. You have the choice to do whatever it is in life that you want to do. Is it going to take work and application? Absolutely. Will it be harder for you than Jeffrey, whose parents are millionaires and his dad owns a firm and has multiple connections? Absolutely. But every story is different, but you still have the power to do and achieve anything in life that you want to do. Nobody can stop you or tell you that you cannot, except yourself, and it be relevant and real. Period. So we'll move on from that. So what do you think about this whole Flint water crisis, man?
Well, the mayor, I think he's an idiot. First of all, so he's an idiot.
Idiot, son.
Idiot.
Idiot.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It's going on for a couple of years now, where they were using their water for what was. I haven't read the article. They were using it for something else, and then now it's like matter of fact, they've been drinking polluted water for a while.
Yeah. That's the thing. My wife was saying. Sorry to cut you off. My wife was like, yo, he should nego criminal charges, and it's absolutely because what you're doing is it's a crime against humanity. You're
explain a little bit to people just for those who don't know, like about what the main.
So the water was contaminated with like I don't know if it was like iron, not iron, one of the metals. I can't fucking think of the name, but it was contaminated all through the water, and we're talking about high levels, not like little traces. We're talking about high levels to where like people are getting cancer, chemical sickness, all types of shit. Like it's in a crisis right now. And my wife was like, this is a crime against humanity. I don't understand why the mayor or the government, like, sorry? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? How you just
And he knew this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he should be, there's no difference between him and someone else that attempted murder. You're a murderer. You're the same. If someone got cancer from it and is dying from it, you're a murderer because you knew about it. If you do something and you know about it, it's like guilty by association. Like your friend is about to go rob a bank and you knew about it. You guilty.
Period.
If you got homies, like you better just be like, yo, don't even tell me nothing. I don't even want to know. We cool, but don't even tell me nothing. So I just think it's crazy. I think we live in a time where we treat people like shit. We treat our planet like shit. We cut down trees every day. The more trees we cut down, that's oxygen being gone. If you think about like anytime you go anywhere, they're saying, oh, the earth is getting hotter. What takes all of those carbon gases and everything like that are trees. So they're cutting down trees and doing all this stuff. The earth is getting hotter. If you notice, like anytime you step out somewhere and then you go under a shady spot, which trees provide a bunch of shade, it's a lot cooler. So we treat our animals like shit. We treat our people like shit. We're cutting down trees. The fresh water is going down. The fresh water that we have is going down. Another thing that people don't realize is like and I might be off about this just a little bit, but like in the 1700s, there were like a billion people. And I'm just showing you the progression because the numbers are probably off. 1800s, there was a 1.5 billion people. 1900s, there were 2 billion people. Today, 8 billion people. So you had an explosion of people. You've had an explosion in carbon gases. You've had an explosion of trees being cut down. And now I was listening to this podcast and we're in this dilemma, right? So it's like people talk about like genetically modified beef or chicken or any of that stuff. But the way that the population is today, it's a necessity. we don't have enough time or room for beef and chicken to just free roam and feed off the grass, and then in 15 months we'll eat. No, there's too many people.
The food is
Yeah,
killing us.
yeah, and the crazy thing is like we live in a time and age, and this is like fact, right? Where natural food cannot be sustained with the amount of human beings and the devastation that we're doing to the world. It just cannot be sustained. And something like as simple as like deer, there's like an overflow of deer right now, but it can't feed the amount of humans that we have. And if you think about it, you go to the grocery store any time of the week, you can get apples, you can get chicken, steak, beef. I mean,
All
not beef,
day.
buffalo, anything all day. But that comes at a price. So when you see something that's grass fed and organic, it's not the same grass fed and organic as it was 50 years ago. The process that it gets to that point is very different. But the way that we get our food, we don't have a choice because we can't have 7, 8 billion people and have free roaming cows. And one cow that's grass fed, that's like completely organic, takes 50 acres of land that's untouched by other creatures, right? Where a industrial cow takes 2 acres.
Wow.
So 25 cows per cow. Wait, 25. Yeah, 25 cows for the 2 acres per cow. The difference of how many people you can feed with the not so good meat compared to the best prime primo meat, it's night and day.
And you know what else too? What's
What
really
up?
organic nowadays?
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
you could say, oh, this cow was he ate whatever, no chemicals or whatever. But then again, how is grass grown nowadays too? So
Yeah,
it's like they can be eating like, and that's the thing too. Like, some way, somehow, chemicals are living all throughout our bodies, all throughout the earth. So
right.
there's just no way, unless there was a plantation that's just never been touched by freaking chemicals. Somehow, some way, we're getting hit with chemicals. I just don't believe it. Like, even, you know how I remember years ago, my mom used to tell me like the organic food and stuff like that. Like, she would notice it gets spoiled so fast. But now
Yeah,
organic food lasts a little bit longer, but it
yeah,
doesn't get that spoiled. And I'm just like, but then how come this kind of meat doesn't get spoiled? She goes, it's probably because whatever they're eating that's being called supposedly organic, where that came from, probably originally grew from something that wasn't. So I mean, I don't trust it regardless. That's why I like it. And even for people who are vegans, being vegan don't mean anything, because
yeah,
honestly, people who are vegan can get sick too. It just means
yeah,
they don't believe in maybe animal cruelty or whatever, whatnot. And they don't believe in the meat. Some people don't like it because of the pink slime from years ago, and whatnot. But regardless, we're in this point in our lives, and this is just same thing going back to the whole Flint water thing, where I know the government knows a lot of what's going on. We
right.
stick our noses in other people's business. We mess up a lot of our crops, and and everything is all chemicalized. We love pizza, we love all this junk, and at the end of the day, it's like we're losing. And then it's like a 360. It doesn't make sense because the government complains about money, and then they kill all this money on bullshit, and then we eat all the bullshit, and then we get sick and we want to sue the company. Like, we do it to ourselves. But
Yeah,
in the case of the Flint water crisis, like, that's crazy that they would allow that. And I don't know if, like, it got me worrying because I looked at their water and I'm like, bro, like, were they drinking as like dirty? Like,
yeah.
I
And
don't know.
the crazy thing is like we live in a world where water is the same as oxygen. It's a necessity, and I just think we all consciously need to just do a better job at protecting our environment. It's one of those things where like I don't understand how the governor or the mayor, whoever it is, how he's not locked up. Like
That doesn't it does not make sense to me.
you're killing people, yo. You're killing people that have kids. You're killing grandkids. You're killing boys, girls, mothers, fathers. You're killing a whole society of
Babies,
people.
shit.
And this is in the lower income area where the percentages are like, and I'm gonna say the percentages, and they might be off by a percent or two, but this is like 33% black, 30% Hispanic, and like 26% Asian. So
Wait,
that
the
makes
specific area?
yeah, where it's happening.
Let people know the actual place.
I think it's like Flint, Michigan. I may be off, but I think it's like Flint, Michigan. I think that's like it's like 80% minority.
Oh
So
damn.
yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't get how he could know about it and consciously let it happen because I'm sure he has kids. So you'd have to look at your kids and be like, "That's I'm doing that to someone else's kids."
And
Yeah,
there's no, I don't see no business move behind it. Honestly, saying this, even got Meek Mills donating money. Shit,
yeah,
and like, and that's another thing. Yo, it's crazy. I
yeah,
deadass took away his L
yeah.
because he donated,
Because he donated some water.
bro. Like I don't understand. It made me feel so bad that I was
So who you got? Who you got for the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl or Panthers, man.
You got
I'm
the
a fan.
Panthers.
I'm a fan of Manning, man. I'm a fan of the Broncos, but I'm gonna let them just. I'm let them dab on them. Dab on them one time, yo. I mean, I'm glad to see some different teams in Super Bowl. Like I'm happy because paying not to see not paying Manning, but to see
The
this guy
Patriots.
the page. Like don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
it's a fun game to watch when they play, but I like seeing different teams because I'm not the type that goes like I'm a Giants fan, but I'm not one of those people like if someone shits on the Giants, I don't care. I
Yeah.
just love the interaction with the sport. I love seeing people happy. I love seeing everybody drinking beers and just having fun. I'm
Right.
here to have fun. Me and my boys, my family, my girl, we're gonna still watch it, and we're gonna root for maybe the Panthers or whoever. I don't care. I wear my Giants jersey, but I do want to see, Newton, man. He needs a ring, man. He did his thing.
You know what? He's bringing a lot of hype to the NFL. He's making headlines, and I think anytime you can make headlines, that's a good thing because what that does is that brings more eyes to the television to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I think with Newton, there's a lot of people who are a fan of Newton, man. If he wins, he'll be the truth, man. But if Manning wins, he has to retire after this. He has
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he shouldn't.
On top.
He shouldn't continue. Like let that be if he does win. So it's gonna be a good matchup. But I'm on the route of Panthers, man. That's like no doubt, man. So
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be
absolutely.
rooting with them.
I
But
agree. I agree. Another thing for all of you anime fans, there's two things that I'm gonna jump in real quick, and we can jump right out of it. For all of you who haven't watched One Punch Man, make sure you go watch One Punch Man. Season 1's done, episodes 1 through 12. It's probably the best anime of the year. Also, Dragon Ball Super episodes 1 through 28 are already done. So you guys can go binge watch for all of you who haven't seen it. And if you don't know where to go, just Google watch Dragon Ball Super. Kiss Anime will probably pop up and some other things will pop up. If you're fans of Dragon Ball Z and stuff, I definitely suggest you start watching Dragon Ball Super now because only now it's getting into the Universe 6 arc where it's done with the Battle of Gods arc. It's done with the revival of Frieza. It's going into the arc where there's new characters and some new shit's about to go down, son.
So explain a little bit, like the Dragon Ball Super. When did this originally come out of Japan?
Um,
Has it been out for years already?
no. Dragon Ball Super just came out last year.
So, because the
The
thing
series.
is, because Japan had Dragon Ball Z first. We got it like
Right.
a couple years after.
Right.
I want to know, is this like did it?
Subtitled.
Yeah, did it? Oh, so so is it? Because you see, I haven't got into it. So
it's in
is it
Japanese.
Japanese with subtitles?
Yeah.
Because I still have my Dragon Ball Z tapes, man. I'd
Yeah.
rather watch it in Japanese with subtitles because the subtitles show the curses, like
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
write
yeah.
F the F word, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it was more intense to hear the because I don't really understand the language, but to hear them the way they interact when they're fighting. But I need links, man, because I'm gonna have to get back involved. I'm gonna need to get involved with it again, man. We need to do
Oh,
some
yeah.
weekly stuff on it.
Oh
you know?
yeah. Oh yeah, it's dope.
Because I know you watch anime, I know you keep up with
Yeah.
all that stuff, but I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z, so it's kind of a sin that I'm not, up to date with Dragon Ball Z. I gotta get away from this YouTube thing and just really, even bring it into YouTube and just
Yeah.
maybe we'll talk about it some more. But what is Dragon Ball Z Super? So what's the
So-
origin of it? What started it?
Dragon Ball Super is basically neglecting GT and it's after Z. And
Wait, hold on. Sorry. So you said neglecting G. Hold this shit got me hype. Hold up.
Yeah, like
So
GT doesn't even count at this point.
Because GT was asked to me.
Yeah, it don't count. I mean,
Well-
to the whole community, it's ass. I redid the Omega Shenron versus Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta battle. Like I redid the footage and everything, and it's the way I did it is pretty phenomenal.
You got
But
anywhere people could check it out, or
yeah, you can check out all my parodies at IamXYZ, IAM space XYZ. It's like my new channel I just started like a couple days ago.
is it still up there?
Yeah, it's still up.
Okay,
It
so make sure
hasn't
y'all
been
check.
taken
All
down
right,
yet.
so make sure y'all check that out.
Um, but yeah, so it's neglecting GT. So Dragon Ball Super, if you remember, Battle of Gods came out and Resurrection of F the movie came out. So they've combined those two into Dragon Ball Super. So you have the Battle of Gods arc, and then you have the Resurrection of F arc, and now it's going into the Universe 6 arc. So Goku and Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, they're like best friends now in a sense, but they have that competitive spirit in them where they're always competing to be the best. So now what's going on is they're getting into the Universe 6 arc where Beerus is team Goku and Vegeta, and he's getting a few more people like Piccolo and Majin Buu to fight against Champa from Universe 6. And the reason why they're fighting is because Beerus from Universe 7 has better food. So they're fighting over Earth. And the winner gets the Universe 6 Dragon Balls to wish for the Earth to be in their universe so they can swap Earths because Earth has the best food. So Champa's getting 5 of his warriors to fight against Beerus's 5 warriors, and that's what we're now getting into. So now we're getting into a completely new and fresh story that no one knows what's going to happen.
Okay, so you said how many episodes are out?
28 right now.
28. So you just summed up 28 episodes basically. Well, you didn't get in depth.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
basically, it's what's going on, right?
Yeah,
So,
Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, Goku and Vegeta training with Whis, and then now Beerus and Champa are going to compete in the tournament over the Earth with like the super sacred Dragon Balls that are the size of planets.
okay, so has it already finished in Japan? Like, have they already finished it all so
No.
that we know so that means are we not gonna get another episode next week or this week?
No. It's every Saturday night or Sunday morning in Japan. They come out. So because of the internet, the great thing about the internet, we don't have to wait till Toonami or wait till it comes out on VHS and have to watch reruns after a certain amount of episodes run. We get to see it the moment it comes out in Japan.
That's what I was asking though. Like, is the season done in Japan? Because like to come out to me. Well, what day does it? I don't know. I don't know if you know.
Saturday nights. No, Saturday nights, which is Sunday morning in Japan, they come out. So Saturday, you'll get the raw one. There's no subtitles. Sunday, when you watch it, you get the one with subtitles.
So which one you watch the one without subtitles just to at least visually, or do you understand that?
It depends if I'm going to abridge it, which I tend not to do it anymore. But if I were going to abridge it, I would get the raw file. But I watch it on Sundays so I can get what's actually going on in the story.
All right, well then, because them Japanese ones, man, they bring back memories when they used to. Oh shit! Hold up! Oh snap! Hold up! Oh, I gotta put this shit in the camera. I think I should. How you know what happened? that's what happened, yo. My light almost fell on me. Like I got guys like the Team Green guys. They were telling me about something called Attack on Titans.
Yeah.
Is that an anime show?
Yeah, Attack on Titan is an anime show. But if I were to say, all right, Ricky, if you're gonna spend a Sunday and let's say you're gonna binge watch Dragon Ball Super, because you're already a fan of Dragon Ball Z, so you're familiar with the characters, but there's another anime you want to watch. Me personally, I would say watch One Punch Man before you watch Attack on Titan, because One Punch Man is phenomenal.
Do you like Attack on Titans?
I think Attack on Titans is cool. I haven't really gotten into it. I watched like the first episode and that was it. It didn't drag me into it the way One Punch Man did.
And what's One Punch Man about?
One Punch Man is basically like a gag on like every superhero out there, right? So he's like a part-time hero that can destroy anything with one punch. So like he's not serious about it. Excuse me, but he just like fucks everything up.
Really? And they made a good show out of that?
Oh, it's phenomenal because you know that one punch is coming, but it's just great. I don't know how to explain it. Like there's not this thing of
There's
like
no way, because like if
phenomenal.
that's his power, if that's his ability, he's not like using it all the time, or is it like you gotta fuck with him or something?
No, like it's just one punch. You know what it's like. All right, it's like okay, Shaq has the ball, and he just bounced back, and you know he's gonna dunk, but you're just waiting for that dunk. Like it's it's.
I hate that your examples be on point.
Yeah,
man.
The animation is phenomenal. The sound effects, the music score, the story is great. It's not no in-depth super Lord of the Rings story, but it's something that's fun. Like you sit there, you grab your chips, you throw your little M&Ms in there, you grab a little bubbly, and you watch it, and you're having a great time.
Where do you watch it?
Me?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll get like my potato chips. I'll get like my little chocolate nuggets, and I can mix like
wait, chocolate nuggets.
Yeah, like the little Hershey Kisses.
Oh, I thought you meant like chocolate chicken nuggets.
Oh no! I'll throw it in there, and then I'll get like some honey mustard pretzel. I make like a snack bowl, and then I'll go in and get like my bubbly. Maybe I'll throw a little like grapefruit juice or passion fruit juice on it. I'll just watch it.
Or anything, I just want to say, just now we found out that Mighty Number 9 has been delayed. I mean, who was interested? I mean, I wasn't into it, but Mighty Number 9, the game, has been delayed. I don't really want to, but
Mighty Number 9, isn't that like the Mega Man knockoff?
Yeah, because the guys who made Mega Man weren't. I don't know, some feud between them and differences between them and Capcom. They left.
They probably don't have the rights anymore. That's probably what it was.
They don't have the rights anymore for Mighty Number 9, but it was supposed to drop and it's been delayed. So yeah, that's done with.
Did you see that that Pokemon Super Bowl ad?
Yeah, but yo, what's up? Like, what's going on with it? Like,
well, why they haven't created a game like that yet? Why they haven't created like an open world Pokemon? Like, why haven't they created like a Grand Theft Auto style Pokemon with cartoonish graphics where it's open world where you can go hunt Pokemon? Why haven't they done that yet?
Damn son.
Son.
That's a dope ass idea. Imagine walking the streets, you meet people, and you just like, and it could be online if they want, because all they do now is fucking make games that only run online, and you could just meet people, capture. That would be so damn fire, bro. Wow.
Could you imagine, like, and they also have a feature where it's like create your Pokemon? What?
Bruh, I'm going right into my shit. I don't know if I'll go into Thunder or I'll go into like or Water. Or Psychic probably.
Yeah.
What would be your favorite what would you call it? Your Pokemon's ability or be a part of?
I would have like a fucking Super Saiyan Mewtwo.
He's Super Saiyan Mewtwo, man.
Super Saiyan Mewtwo, man. I think Beerus is Mewtwo anyways, just reincarnated. Well, like, imagine this, right? And this is what I don't get, right? So, like, imagine if, like, you take Call of Duty, for example, right? And you take, let's say, Black Ops, whatever iteration you want. And they're constantly, they don't give you a new game every year, but what they constantly do is give you constant DLC, constant new guns, constant new maps, new way to customize your characters, new clothing, and then 5 years down the line before they go into the PS5 or the Xbox 2 or whatever, you have the Call of Duty with 100 maps, freaking all these guns and everything. You get into a map and you can enjoy the classic maps, you can enjoy the new maps, you can enjoy anything, and you get graphic updates, you get all these updates, and you have a phenomenal game that was just built upon the original.
Shit, you got CSGO that does it, Arma does it. Why can't, I don't know. Like, that's we can argue for years. Not even days. We can argue for years because we know it ain't going to happen. Sims does it the best. They got expansions for a couple years, and then they drop a new one.
Right.
And it just adds on more to the game. Whether they want to charge you full price for an expansion, people buy it. That's all that matters. But, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good, man. I think we're good, man. I mean, the next game I'm going to get is UFC 2. Probably...
Did you have the first one?
I did not, but I might cop it for like $15 online though.
Online?
Well, eBay. It's cheap now. Second one coming out.
Oh, the first one. Okay, yeah. You could definitely try it out. It's not a bad game. Now it's actually a really good game, but at the time that it came out, it was just terrible.
Everything's ass when it comes out.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me that you're right about that. But aside from that, this is gonna be the wrap up. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Slap a like if you did. Make sure you subscribe to my boy's channel and his Twitter page.
Thank you for watching Gamertag 3MG Nation.
And we out of here, guys. Have a good one.
3MG Nation. Shout out to my sage, yeah, we get it poppin'. Shout out to the nation, 3MG, we rockin'. If they hatin' on the say, you can get the flash. Final, yup, that's that ass. Girls rock, we hot, oh yeah. Girls rock, we hot, oh yeah. If they talking shit, say goodbye. Me and all my squad, we stay fly. What do I gotta do to be great? Meet me at the altar, bitch, I'll be late. If I know I should change, why don't I change? Cause bitch, I am a saint, you can stare at pain. Every time I look up in that mirror, I see God. Every time I hit it from the back, she be like God. Anytime I stunt up on these haters, they be God. And every time I rap, these rappers be like, dang, God. Habits are like rabbits that I'm pulling out. Every time I hit it, never pulling out. I do it cause I can, who the fuck gon' stop me? All up in the mouth, yeah, she call me cocky. I haven't rolled like this in a while though. My soul is heavy and my heart is beating slow. Cold as ice, like I'm taking polar bear's life. What am I to do, huh? Ay. Shout it to my sayings, yeah, we get it poppin'. Shout it to the nation, 3MG, we rockin'. If they hating on the sand, you can get the flash. Final, yup, that's that ass. Girls rock, we hot, oh yeah. Girls rock, we hot, oh yeah. If they talking shit, say goodbye. Me and all my squad, we stay fly. Tell me what to do, yeah, my squad flex. We the first to do it, feelings grow grotesque. So addicted to the rhyme, 100 songs, 1,000 lines. Every time we kill the shit, I feel like I am wasting time. Greater than the average, on the verge of being a savage. Then I ravage through your city and take all your bitches' baggage. Like I'm Buzz Bunny with the carrots. Fuck yo hating ass parrots. Just the average saying acting great as of late. When the two collide, you can get your bitch up off my plate, and the end result is the same. I can smile through the guilt, but the guilt will get you killed. So it's best to bury doubts like a cemetery routes to the lies in the seat. On my way to get the green, like them blue and yellow cleats. Who hasn't struggled, pain, wept and hustled? That's everybody's life muzzle. Shout it to my sayings, yeah, we get it poppin'. Shout it to the nation, 3MG, we rockin'.